Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk to you guys about something that has been on my heart for a little while. For those of you who don't know, before I was ever a content creator, I would really kind of challenge myself during Lent to give up things that I'm really connected to, really attached to. And one of those things have always been video games, as I have a channel here focusing in on video games. There's a couple of exceptions that I want to kind of talk about with this upcoming Lent. But I've been doing content, I think some odd now, for 10 years here on YouTube. And one of the things that has always kind of been on my heart every time Lent comes around is the sacrifice of giving up playing video games. But it isn't just giving up playing video games, giving up video game news consumption. As any probably dad out there can tell you, we probably spend more time consuming video game news than actually playing video games. And this also kind of extends to social media, to YouTube, and all of that. Now this year, having really thought about it and prayed about it, I've really wanted to kind of give you guys an update for this year's Lent. I want to challenge myself to do just that, to not play video games, to not consume video game news. This would also have me not making video game content for the duration of this Lent period, obviously coming back after Easter. Now, while I know that's going to hurt my channel algorithmically, at the end of the day, this is something that I've wanted to actually do for a while now. And as I kind of reflected on it going into this into the season, that's what I think I really would really like to give myself in all of this. So I've already deleted off the social media apps and things like that from my phone. And I will delete off YouTube after tomorrow, which at the time of this recording, tomorrow is Fat Tuesday, and so then Lent officially kicks off on Ash Wednesday, this Wednesday. Now, a few exceptions. I know they have the Wicked Inside. I've really been loving covering No Rest for the Wicked. They announced that and scheduled that for March the 11th. I think what I'll do is a live stream of that. Like, I'm going to give myself a handful of little exceptions for what I want to cover. But I also want to let you guys know I'm going to step away temporarily from the podcast as well, and letting kind of Chris and the team continue to cover those on Wednesdays. And the reason ends up being is that if I'm going to be successful in this endeavor and to really kind of get into the season, the reason for the season of Lent, I think it's really going to be good that it's not like I've got one foot in and one foot out. And that's what I've done in the past. I've during Lenten various different sacrifices, I've always kind of had that, even when I'm doing like Exodus 90, which is another kind of self-denial kind of thing. There's always been that, well, I'm a content creator, I should sit down, I should make content about this, that, and the other thing. And I think I'm really actually quite at peace with sitting down and kind of taking this this approach. Now, there's other things I'm going to be doing alongside that, like the social media stuff is really kind of what pertains here. There's also some dietary restrictions that I'm putting on myself. So if you are the praying type, I wouldn't mind, would not refuse the prayers, because I'm going to need the grace. But I want to use this time as both a thank you and a sacrifice for the ability to speak with everybody, to make this kind of content. I'm going to use this time away, to kind of like I got this book for my birthday. It's the Sayings of the Desert Fathers, and to really kind of dive in spiritually and offer this, as I try to always kind of remember and bring you guys to Mass with me, and as a prayer of thanksgiving, but also for y'all's intentions, whether you're a believer or not, like just to continue to pray for you guys who do watch my videos. That has always been something that has been important to me as the channel. But specifically, I know Mark, aka Late to the Game, him and his wife had a little bit of a loss. I'm not going to go into his personal details on this, but when I think about Mark, when I think about all those who are trying to have children out there, it's a wild time, whether that is a financial reason why you feel like you can't have children, or like you run into a situation like my sister, who turns out that they just cannot end up kind of conceiving or carrying to term. And there's just a lot of hurt out there. And so that's kind of what I want to try and focus my prayer time and this reflection time and this time away from all of the video game stuff on, is for you guys in the community, your your intentions, the things that are going on in your life, and really try to make this a sacrifice. And then, yes, we're going to look forward to coming back. And that's the kind of the thing about Lent, is that I know in the past I've used Lent as an opportunity to try and break a bad habit, like, cracking my knuckles or, consuming a specific type of food. But the real thing with Lent, and I've heard a lot of priests talk about this, is that it really is more about giving up something that you're really looking forward to, that you're really looking forward to bringing back. And I'm going to always have this love and this connection with video games. And that's actually kind of where I was always going into every Lent, back and forth. Like, is this, should I do this? Okay, what about this? And, really it was just kind of on my heart that this is the right call for me right now. And I really honestly, whether this is a video that you guys have watched, and whether you agree or disagree, I'm really, I think, looking forward to what the rest of the year. There's so much exciting things that are going to be fun to talk about with you guys and play. But I think this is something that's going to be just better for me in the long run, because it's just something that's been on my heart every year going into Lent, and then finally going like, well, you know what? let's give it a shot and let's see what happens. I think there's a few things that I know will happen for sure. When it comes down to just like how YouTube favors or favors or doesn't favor a specific video, but we'll be sure to kind of have some a good time away. I will still be a part of the Discord community. It's not like I'm completely cutting off anybody. So but I'm just not going to be playing video games in this case. The other but again, as kind of callback, I know that March 11th, Wicked Inside, I do want to cover that. I'm going to give myself that as an exception. There's also maybe there's like a Nintendo event or something like that coming up in April. I cannot remember the day specifically that Easter is this year. It kind of adjusts ever so slightly during it, but yeah, that's going to be it. So there's going to be lots to talk about. I can't wait to see what all has transpired. I'm sure we'll have a fun video when I come back to talk about everything that's happened in between while I've been away. It's gonna be cool because sometimes, like, the information happens so fast, you don't really know what is true and what isn't, and it just takes a little bit of time for the truth to really kind of sort itself out in the grand scheme of things. But anyway, thanks guys. God bless you. Love you. Hopefully you all have a wonderful Lent, whether you're doing something for Lent or you're just having a normal spring. Either way. Anyway, hopefully I will see you guys at the event on the 11th and or when I return officially here after Easter. God bless you. Take care. And until next time, I guess take care again. Take double care.